Okay, what do we do? What to 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 do? Ah! Oh. Oh God. Oh shit. Damn it. Boy. Shit. Can't believe I gotta do this one now. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm so fucking screwed. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Fearox Frank Reviews. Today I'm going to review one of the worst horror film sequels ever even imagined. Now, the film I am going to do is The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. So if you're cringing right now, just get it out of the way. Good toy. Yeah, even my toy hates this movie. Yeah. Okay, well, for starters, what is The Exorcist? The Exorcist is a horror film about a little girl who is possessed by a demon. Even though the movie says the creature is the devil, it is not. It is a demon that says it's the devil. So, just gonna go look at that. Good toy. Good toy. I'm not even going to bother actually restarting this video. This toy is literally knocking off with this DVD case. I love this little toy because it hates this movie more than I do. That is a good toy. Anyway, like I said before, The Exorcist is about a little girl who's possessed by a demon, not the devil, and priests are deciding what are they going to do exactly. A priest known as Father Merrin and another priest known as Father Keros. Father Keros is what the movie mainly focuses on, in a sense. Father Keros is a man who is struggling with his faith, in a sense, but he believes that there's a way to save the girl through exorcism. Father Merrin is the badass, is an old badass. Yeah, badass. Old badass. However, this movie kind of fills in the gaps on what happened with the original exorcism, because there are parts in the movie that were, well, we don't know what actually happened, in a sense. There's a brief period that we missed between what happened to Father Keros going in and finding Father Merrin, in a sense. When Father Merrin goes up, does a bit more praying, in a sense, then Father Keros comes up and Father Merrin is dead. Father Merrin is a badass even in dying. So, the original movie was a successful horror film in a sense, and it basically scared the hell out of everybody, making people believe whether there was a heaven or a hell. So, most people actually wound up rushing to the hospital, in a sense, to see if they were still alive or still breathing, in a sense, because the movie scared them to death, practically. This film, well, to quote the nostalgia critic, this movie actually made people go to the nearest coffee shops to wake the fuck up. Yeah, seriously, this movie was so bad, I actually fell asleep several times watching this movie. I'm not even exaggerating, too. I mean, I literally fell asleep like every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, almost 15 minutes. Each time, I tried my best to stay awake. I couldn't. This movie was a huge snooze fest. It's boring, and it basically just trashes the logic of what the original movie set for. Yeah. This movie is... I'm sorry, but I need a bit of an incentive to actually help me get through this review. Oh, my old friend. Cheers. Ooh. Well, that helps a little bit. This movie is pretty bad. Who the hell am I kidding? This movie is fucking garbage by comparison. Like I said, the first movie is an amazing horror movie. There's two versions of it. There's the original theatrical cut version and the director's cut version, which is also known as the version you were never meant to see, which is slightly a bit more scarier in a sense. I have both versions on DVD. They're fucking phenomenal horror films in a sense. This... No. This movie's just... It's just... I feel like I need another shot. No. I want to get through this review. Okay, first off, this movie takes place years later, and apparently, like, there's more mischievous phenomenons going on with the... That had something to do that was connected with the original exorcism. Reagan is now older, in a sense, and supposedly the demon is still inside of her, even though they spent the entire movie trying to get rid of the fucking thing, but it's still inside of her. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And they're using some type of science fiction technology, trying to do a mind telepathy, in a sense, and saying like they're gonna use this technology to see into her mind to find out what had happened deep into her subconscious because she forgot the entire exorcism, in a sense. I'm going, well, in the ending of the original movie, she forgot, she doesn't remember anything, and quite honestly, who the fuck can blame her? Such a horrible ordeal. Fuck. I need another shot. Okay. I feel like I should take some more shots. Okay. This movie tries its best to... I can't even fucking describe it. This movie is just so fucking horrible. I mean, this movie is not even scary. It's boring as fuck, and it kind of shits all over the legacy of the fucking Exorcist. I mean, I thought The Crow, The Wicked Prayer was bad. Who am I kidding? That movie's fucking horrible in a sense. This movie is... Okay, to be fair, this movie has some scary moments and some excellent ideas, but it's executed poorly, in a sense. I mean, it tries to be a horror film, but it's kind of lazy in a sense, and they're trying to build up some atmosphere, but lazily in a sense, but... Oh, boy. Let's just say that, how the hell can you top a sequel to a great horror film, in a sense? I mean, you had this great, fantastic horror film, and now we got the sequel, which tries its best to be a horror film, but winds up putting you to sleep halfway through the movie. Halfway through? What am I talking about? I fell asleep like 10 minutes into the movie. So, apparently, this movie does actually connect some of the gaps, in a sense. I mean, we get to find out that Father Merrin didn't actually exorcise the demon out of her, but he put his soul into her, Reagan, in a sense. Yeah, so Merrin puts his soul into Reagan, and later on we get to find out that Father Merrin actually had dealt with the same demon many years ago in Africa, and the demon was called Pazuzu. Pazuzu, just say it. Pazuzu. Is that scary? No, it isn't. I mean, to be fair, if you watch the entire original movie of The Exorcist, you get to see the same demon statue all over in like several forms of the exorcism, in a sense, especially when one of the iconic scenes where Reagan is like, ah, and you see the shadowy statue that was in the background, which is the same statue that Father Merrin saw in Israel. Yeah, we get, that's when we actually all realize that, it's not the devil, it's that demon thing he was looking at, in a sense, that he has dealt with this demon before, and he is supposedly, in the original movie, the beginning, we're starting to understand that maybe Merrin was probably digging up more origins about where the demon had came from. So, thanks to this movie, we now know the creature is called Pazuzu, the Wind Demon, and I had just recently realized something. If you've watched the movie Godzilla King of the Monsters, the 2019 version, and pause it at the right minute, just at the right time in Godzilla's lair, you'll see the Pazuzu statue. You see the Pazuzu statue in a few shots in the movie. Does that mean that Godzilla was an Exorcist fan? I don't know. Maybe well, to be fair, the director of the movie is a horror film fan too, so he maybe just put a few shots of Pazuzu in there as a joke or as a memorabilia. Who the hell knows? And it's kind of ironic I actually said that because I have a Godzilla statue holding this movie up. And he's actually knocked it down several times. In fact, let me ask him something. So, what do you think of this movie? Is it good? Is it horrible? Fuck no, it's a piece of shit! What the hell was I thinking? You know what I want to do? I'm going to do this! Fuck you! Fuck you! Good boy. Yeah. I know I'm really kind of half-assing it on this review, but honestly, do I even need to say anything else? Oh boy. So supposedly this movie also had like a lotus fetish or something, because there's a lot of shots of lotuses all over the place, saying that lotuses also carried the demon from like one location to another, possessing one person to another person. That I don't know. Oh yeah, James Earl Jones, the voice actor for Darth Vader, was also in this movie. And here's a fun fact: supposedly he was voicing his Darth Vader roles for the original Star Wars film during the time when this movie was being made. So, is it quite possible maybe he was in the same Lotus outfit that he was in the movie while he went into the recording studio dressed in the same Lotus outfit? Can you imagine that? You know what? I really don't want to imagine that. In fact, I need another shot. Yeah, I did. Oh, fuck. Okay, so, my closing thoughts on this movie? The Exorcist 2, The Heretic, is one of the worst horror film sequels I've ever seen in my entire life. If you want to really watch a good horror film, just watch the original movie. And if you're really up for watching the sequel or any form of sequel, watch the third film, The Exorcist 3 Legion. Trust me, it is a lot better of a horror film. For one thing, it follows the mythology of the first film, and Father Karras is back. Really? He's back? How? We thought he died. Wait, the demon jumped from Reagan to Father Karras. And does that mean he was possessed the entire time? But we thought he died falling down the stairs. No, he was alive the whole time. Wait, so what did everything to do with The Exorcist 2 have to do with it? Could it be that the third film just ignored everything that happened in the second film? Oh, thank God. Yeah, this review was nothing but a waste of time, so I'm really sorry. Maybe the next movie sequel I'll do will be a lot better. So until then, take care. I need to get out of here.